After Pentecost, Jesus' disciples were filled with the Holy Spirit and were sent out into the world to be witnesses for Jesus. Jesus told St. Peter that he was the one to lead his church before he went to heaven. St. Peter worked with St. Paul to lead Jesus' growing followers. St. Paul changed his religion from Jewish to Christian. The two saints played very important roles in the creation of Christianity. They also got help from the other disciples. Their efforts to complete God's mission of spreading the good news gave them the title of apostles. The early Christian church began in Jerusalem and the surrounding area and grew out of the Jewish tradition. Remember, Jesus and his disciples were all Jews. St. Paul, who was one of the main leaders in the early church, believed that the good news of Jesus was for all people and not just the Jews. This belief led Paul to set up Christian churches and communities throughout the Roman Empire, including Europe and even to Africa. For the first 300 years, the Eucharist, or church, was celebrated in the houses and homes of Christians. In times of persecution, these celebrations would have been in secret, in catacombs and other hidden spots. At the other times, Christians gathered together openly in each other's homes or in house churches for the Eucharist, though Mass was not celebrated publicly as it is in our own time. The lesson around the center of the Eucharist, the reenactment of Jesus' words and actions at the Last Supper, grew over time. Christians borrowed from the Jewish synagogue ritual a service of readings and prayers which preceded the taking, blessing, and breaking of the bread. Readings were taken from the Old Testament scriptures and from what would now become the New Testament scriptures, and the letters and testimonies of the apostles and disciples. Psalms would be sung. After these, the leader of the community would pray spontaneous prayers of thanks and praise over the bread and wine, recalling especially the acts of God in Jesus Christ before breaking the bread and sharing the cup. Therefore, from early times, the structure of the liturgy of the Word and liturgy of the Eucharist was established.